at the height of its glory. The Roman Empire was led by a man unlike any other, a philosopher who wore the crown of an emperor. Marcus Aurelius, the last of the 5 good emperors, faced a world of constant war, plague, and internal struggle with a serene mind. In the cold nights on the Germanic frontier, he did not write for fame. He wrote for himself, recording his private reflections on life. These notes, later known as meditations, provide a timeless roadmap for navigating power, discipline, and the pursuit of a virtuous life. To understand Marcus, we must first understand the weight he carried. To be Caesar was to hold the entire world in your hands. But with absolute power comes absolute responsibility. For Marcus, leadership was not a privilege to be enjoyed, but a duty to be fulfilled. He often reminded himself that the glitter of the throne was an illusion. A golden scepter is just metal, a throne, just wood. Everything material eventually turns to dust. He saw his power through the lens of mortality, knowing that even the greatest empire would fade. This leads us to his first great lesson, the discipline of the mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Marcus believed that our happiness depends upon the quality of our thoughts. If we control our inner world, the outer world cannot shake us. Imagine the chaos of Rome, the noise, the politics, the demands. Marcus used his Stoic practice to create a sanctuary of stillness within. He taught that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle is an opportunity for virtue. To Marcus, discipline meant more than just hard work. It meant the constant vigilance of one's own character and intentions. He rose each morning telling himself, "The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, and arrogant." He chose to be kind anyway. His leadership was rooted in humility. Despite being the most powerful man on earth, he viewed himself as a servant to the common good. The second great lesson is the pursuit of virtue. For a Stoic, virtue is the only good. Wealth, health, and status are merely indifferent. Justice, temperance, wisdom, and courage. These were the pillars of his life. He lived simply, even while surrounded by imperial luxury. He famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This was the essence of his discipline. He also practiced the contemplation of death. Memento mori. Remember that you must die. This was not morbid, but clarifying. If today was your last day, how would you spend it? Marcus used the shortness of life to focus on what truly mattered. He saw time as a river, a violent torrent of things coming into being and then being washed away. Only character remains. His reflections were never meant for us to read. They were his personal struggle to stay good in an environment that tempted him to be evil. He died in 180 AD, not in a palace in Rome, but in a military camp on the Danube, still serving his people until the very end. The legacy of Marcus Aurelius did not die with him. His words were preserved, copied by monks, and read by kings and slaves alike. From the Renaissance to the modern day, leaders have turned to his wisdom to find strength in times of crisis. His life teaches us that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Power is the opportunity to do good for others. As the sun sets on the Roman Empire, the light of Marcus Aurelius's mind continues to shine, guiding us through our own darkness.